Ondieki 3,000 metres is underway here at the Zatopek 10 and going straight to the front. Looks like Tessa Craig just moving around the outside. Grace Musgrove from New South Wales. She's the national under-20 cross-country champion from New South Wales. And Leshay Wells is also in the mix there for Queensland. Melanie Townsend just setting the tempo there nicely on the inside lane. And Tessa Craig, the national cross-country champion in the under-18 age group, running in the colours of our Haileybury College School. She was also the World Schools cross-country champion. She won that overseas earlier in the year. Be one of the athletes to look out for. Her personal best just a touch over the 10-minute mark in this event. But a very quality lineup here. Linden Hall is a one-time medalist in this event. A couple of years ago, she placed third. And she'll just start to work her way through the field towards the front. But Tessa Craig, she loves her front running and is doing just that at the moment. And Melanie Townsend holding through very strongly there into third place. The field's still keeping together through these stages. Linden Hall in the red and black, just moving up the outside there, now into fourth place. Looks like Musgrove there, also not too far off the pace. Stacey Stanley in the Victorian kit moving quite nicely there. 14, the hip numbers, Leshay Wells from Queensland. So through 600 metres now. It's still Tessa Craig in front of Clayton. Back to Linden Hall, just working away on the outside. Melanie Townsend, Stacey Stanley, very strong Victorian presence at the front of this field. Big park track. Just got a slight glisten there after the downpour. Very quick shower here just to cool things off. But Tessa Craig keeping the pace on at the front of the field. Clayton, hailing from the University of Sydney club there, into second place. Musgrove not too far away, as is the Queenslander, Leshay Wells. And it's the Gippsland athlete in Jacqueline Hellam sitting in sixth place at the moment. But Tessa Craig will lead them through, again, as they come down towards the 1,000-metre mark in this race. We'll get the split as they come through. Siobhan Clayton holding into second place. Linden Hall sitting nicely behind there in the red top, the black shorts. Melanie Townsend is a bronze medalist in the under-18 Australian All-Schools meet. And Stacey Stanley not too far behind her. So through at 5 laps remaining, 3:12.86 will be the 1,000-metre split.
So 9:36 pace with that split at 3:12. This race named after Lisa Ondieki. Lisa, twice the winner of the Zatopek here, South Australian. I saw her 2 weeks ago. She was in Adelaide for the inaugural Hall of Fame there, and she was in great spirits, wanted to come here but had to go back. So unfortunately couldn't be here tonight, but the only Australian male or female to win a medal in any Olympic marathon for Australia. She was second in 1988 in the most magnificent race in Seoul behind Rosa Mota, and a legend, Lisa, and in good form, and now in the South Australian Hall of Fame a couple of weeks ago. So this is a race named in her honour.
And many of the athletes, of course, that have run this race and won it, we'll be seeing later on this evening. Lara Tamsett was a winner of the Ondieki 3,000 metres back in 2007, and she'll be one of our race favourites later on this evening in the women's Zatopek 10,000 metres. They're going to come through 4 laps remaining now. It's Tessa Craig in front of Linden Hall, back to Siobhan Clayton. So Victoria 1-2 sitting well on the track, on their home track. As Stacey Stanley, Jacqueline Hell and Melanie Townsend hung in there in that top 5 on the track. Although at the moment it still seems to be the race of two. It's Linden Hall and Tessa Craig that are leading through and setting the pace down the back straight. We join them shortly, but we'll introduce our competitors in the women's discus throw that's about to get underway at the Yarra River end of Olympic Park. And we'll introduce our 4th place, the World Junior Championships from Victoria, Kim Mulhall. Our next Victorian, Chelsea Dyer. Also from Victoria, Catherine McCowan, Alicia Ma, Sarah Hewitt from Victoria, and our Youth Olympic Games representative from Victoria, Prabjot Rai. They're your competitors in the women's open discus throw. So it's Tessa Craig really forcing the pace here at the moment. Linden Hall just comfortable to sec in behind her. Tessa Craig is the under-18 national cross-country champion. Linden Hall was a bronze medalist in the under-20 women's race at the same event. Just a reminder to all athletes warming up on the back straight to keep the inner lanes clear for our distance runners. But this race, the Ondieki 3,000 metres, turning into a race of 2 athletes at the front of the field at the moment. Linden Hall in front of Tessa Craig. Hall was the bronze 3rd place getter in this race back in 2008. She ran a 9:43.45 at that stage. And it's 6:30.06 as they go through the 2K marks. They're on about that 9:30 pace at the moment. But back through the field is Tessa Craig, Linden Hall, the 2 Victorians. And the 3rd place now. It looks like Kate Fitzsimmons from Western Australia, so she's moved through in front of Siobhan Clayton. Stacey Stanley leading the next 3 athletes on the track, which also includes our under-20 national cross-country champion there, and Grace Musgrove from New South Wales. She's just working her way around the outside now. Melanie Townsend in 7th place at the moment. She was a bronze medalist at the Australian All-Schools Championships just last weekend in the under-18 3,000 metres. Victorian All-Schools champion in this event as well. Bruce, it's really turned into a race between 2 at the front of the field in Tessa Craig and Linden Hall.
Yeah, big moment coming up here, Tom, because Hall's got onto Craig's shoulder for the first time. As you said, they're running a really great pace here. Rob Di Castello will be making the presentation after the race, and now Hall goes to the front with a lap and a half to go from Craig. So the challenge here now for the cross-country champion is to try and hang on against an athlete who comes from the 1,500 metre background and has superior speed. So, but it's been a tough race, and all's not lost. So Hall leading from Craig by about 3 to 4 metres.
Of course, Craig, the younger of the 2 athletes at the front of the field, just 17 years old. Hall, this will be a final year of age eligibility for this event, so really looking to end her junior standings on a bang as they'll come down to collect the belt. Tessa Craig just starting to drop just slightly back off Linden Hall. Back through the field is Fitzgerald to Musgrove, the under-20 cross-country champion that's now into 4th place. She's working her way through the field strongly in this Ondieki 3,000 metres. Townsend 5th at the moment, the bronze medalist from the Australian All-Schools Championships. Stacey Stanley in the 6th for Victoria. But inside of 300 metres remaining, it's Linden Hall. She just bided her time very nicely through the mid-stages of the race and is looking to go 2 places better, stand atop the podium of what she did in 2008. As Brady Delaney, who we'll see a little bit later on in the women's 1,500 metres, took the title back then. But Linden Hall has a look back to her inside there, sees Tessa Craig just behind her, and we're looking to maintain that pace. 200 metres remaining now. And Linden Hall running very strongly. She's going to run on and look to go to take out this Ondieki 3,000 metres. Tessa Craig, a very gallant run in 2nd place. She set the pace through the early stages, and we'll look to continue that on. 3rd place at the moment. It's still back to Fitzgerald, but Linden Hall doing it very nicely out the front, Bruce.
She is. It's going to get a good time too. It's a good battle for 3rd coming up at the moment, but Linden's going to come through, and it's going to be around about 9:44, 9:45, maybe a touch quicker. In fact, about the 9:43 mark. So that's a terrific run, and a great run by Craig as well. Now, can Fitzsimmons hang on for 3rd here?
Oh, it's going to be the challenge being thrown down there now. And Fitzsimmons holding on strongly back through. Facing the challenge now. It looks like Shadwell's is going to come down to the line and just sneak through there for third place. Leshay, Wells, Fitzsimmons, Townsend will round out the top 5. Musgrove, the under-20 national cross-country champion, will take 6. Stanley through there to round out the 7 at the front of the field. But jubilation there for Linden Hall. She bettered her third place in the Ondieki 3,000 metres, or go 2 places better and stand atop the podium in 2010.
Yeah, my strict instructions from the coach, I was not to do anything until 600 to go, and it was very tempting to go early, but I held back, behaved myself.
Congratulations, and you got the one piece of rain for the whole day. Were the conditions favourable for running?
Well, I decided yesterday I didn't care if it rained, I was just going to ignore it because it was probably going to rain.